Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Good Times, Great Movies. We are an 80s movie podcast where every other week we watch a different movie from the 80s and then we talk about it. I'm one of your two hosts. My name is Doug McCambridge, and with me, as always, wearing shoulder pads, bigger shoulder pads than usual for some reason.
I love a good shoulder pad, actually. I should have put on shoulder pads. This would have. Remember when shoulder
pads?
Yeah, shoulder pads were a thing.
Puffy,
fashion thing. Yeah.
I mean, well, I could be wrong. Maybe I have my time frame wrong. We were a little young to experience that ourselves.
No, I did some. I didn't do it. I don't think
mind.
it's extreme, but I think I was a high fashion kid.
Oh, okay. I was going to say you were a go-go woman of the 80s as a small child.
You bet.
All right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So we are here this time. Are you okay?
It's weird. I'm sitting on my dress. It's weird to sit on your dress and then you're all twisted. All right. We were here. Go ahead. Don't mind me. I'm just going to be shifty.
I'm just, we had a whole conversation that you could have shifted around.
I know.
Any of the wacky
now I'm getting
talk.
Wildcats cozy. So
that's right.
Yes.
I think that's what these players got. Wildcats cozy. I love it in sports movies, and this is not special regarding this movie. It's like the trope of every sports movie, especially sports comedies, is that we're bad, and then suddenly we're kind of
we get good. We get good real quick. Yeah, and it just takes some like jazz workouts, really.
Right. Yes. Yeah, later on when they're like, do you want to teach jazzercise? I'm like, she's fucking doing that already.
Yeah, she is. There's a bunch of dudes at Central High.
Right. I don't know why she's so upset that that job opportunity has been presented to her. But we're talking about Wildcats from 1986. Written. That's probably not right. Directed. I shouldn't trust my notes.
Directed, written, done something. Somebody did something on this.
A guy who had a hand in making this movie. I was kind of surprised because I knew the name Michael Ritchie. So I was like, oh, all right. I'm sure he's done something that we've covered. He hasn't.
Nothing.
But with movies like The Golden Child and Fletch and the Fletch sequel, I'm sure we'll see him again at some time.
Okay. We'll be back.
Yeah.
Mikey Richards.
Yeah. Apparently he can do comedies with, powerhouses, let's say. Because I'm going to call Goldie Hawn a powerhouse.
And this is in her powerhouse phase. You could tell.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's
great, Goldie.
I mean, powerhouse enough. Now, Jamie, I'd never seen Wildcats before. We can talk about that because I know this is one that you had suggested covering.
My brother had mentioned it as hey, don't forget Wildcats.
You know what? You must look a lot like your brother. Because I thought you suggested this.
Well, he said it to me, and then I said it to you.
Oh, you're just passing it along.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
I was very surprised by and it's the quickest of scenes, and I don't want to focus in on this, but you're talking about Goldie Hawn.
Oh, she was in the tubby?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was very surprised to see that. And I was like, yeah, I feel like she was at the point where she would be able to say, no, I'm not doing this. So it really makes me think she was like, nah, I'll do this.
I think it was in
empowerment.
Yeah, it was not in because the whole rest of the movie felt that way. Like I don't think it was done in a sexist way.
No.
It was like she's in the tubby, and then it's. I know. I was like, oh, and then we have full frontal. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
But again, I thought it was like they showed her home life to feel so real to me.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was just another piece of that.
I agreed. I enjoyed the home life. I enjoyed the very small bit of strife between she and her daughters, where it's literally one scene.
The one night when she was like making some kind of chopped meat or meatloaf for them, and she's like rolling meatballs out of the package.
Yes, where I was like, okay, movie, I know you have to put this in here, but I'm kind of glad we didn't dedicate more than a singular scene to her having to tell her daughters how important coaching football is to her. Great, wonderful. I love it. We're in and out.
Well, and I love our opening is just a bunch of not even flashbacks. They're old movie clips.
Okay.
It was a great way to say I grew up on football. Football was always my jam. They were fun. There were subtle other hints. Like I think next to her bed was a picture of her dad instead
Well,
of like her
sure,
husband.
yes.
So they were all, but
Well,
there was
wait, would you
no,
want a picture of your ex-husband
no,
next to your
no,
bed?
no. I'm not
Okay,
saying
good.
that's what it
All
should
right,
be, but your
okay.
dog maybe.
I mean, I would.
Yeah, I know
You
you would.
saw you saw the way
Uh,
those people decorated my beach house with dog pictures all around me.
It was, you
It's
hearted it so
crazy.
hard.
I
You loved it.
couldn't believe it. So let's go through our cast just very quickly because there's a lot here to get into
Yeah, there
and some
are.
things that are a little surprising to me. So
Okay.
Goldie Hawn, of course, we saw her in Private Benjamin, which soured me to the Goldie Hawn experience. And I'm not, I don't want to spoil my views, but I'm glad we got into this one.
Sure
Um,
am. I sure am.
and of course, Overboard. So Swoozy Kurtz, first of all, they're sisters in this, right?
I think that they're either
I
very
hope
close
so.
friends or they're sisters, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
yes. Because you can't listen, I know I'm not going to get confused who is Goldie Hawn, but boy, oh boy, these two look
So
very
similar.
similar. So
Yeah, I know. In the
similar.
beginning, I was like, all right, what? And in the very beginning, I was like, is she a high school student? She looks too old for that.
Oh,
And then I was like, right? Because I was like,
when she was
what's
dressed as a
happening?
football player, or
Yes,
yeah,
yes. And they were
I,
taking her or taking her picture. I was like, is this for her senior photo? They're older to be in high
I,
school, no?
I love
Took
this
me a second.
because this movie made so many correct decisions. So
Mm,
many things that I would be so upset at another movie for doing. This
do
movie does
tell.
not do it. This movie does the opposite
Like
of
when?
bad from the jump, and we'll
Yeah.
get into it.
Okay.
So her daughter is Robin Lively from
Yeah.
Teen Witch.
Yeah. Our little teen witch showing
Wonderful.
up. Yeah.
Jan Hooks plays Stephanie,
Oh,
the
the
new
new
the
girlfriend.
new squeeze, the main squeeze of
Yeah.
the ex-husband.
Does a great job.
Great job. We saw her in Pee-wee's Big Adventure
Mm-hmm.
when she was giving the Alamo tour.
The
Um,
Alamo.
and Bruce McGill, the bad guy, the guy with the mustache.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. He was in Into the Night. We've been covering so many movies recently of people who've been in Into the Night, the one with Jeff Goldblum and
Oh,
what's her name? Uh, Grease 2. That's what she's most famous for, right?
Michelle Pfeiffer?
Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah. Then Into the Night, I'm just like, I don't know how many of these people were in there. I
Who's that?
barely
We're
remember
all
their
in there, yeah.
names. Um, I mean, we could talk about people like Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson, who we have not seen yet.
No, no.
Um, so
Who's the principal of the other school?
so the principal is Nipsey Russell.
Oh,
And Nipsey Russell was a comedian, mainly his Wikipedia, because I had to go here. His Wikipedia is like, he's mostly known for being on game shows in the 70s. I was like, all right,
groovy,
I guess if
groovy.
that's
Yeah.
on your resume, that's great. He was fantastic.
Yeah, I agree.
Just fantastic in
I
this
agree.
movie.
Quite the delivery on all his lines.
Yes, yes. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So, McKelty Williamson.
McKelty, you're making that up.
I would
McKelty?
love to say I'm making up the name. McKelty Williamson plays Bird, the
Bird.
the
Oh,
the guy who
guy.
we at first don't know is a student, and then he's the greatest quarterback that ever lived.
Lavender, you mean? Lavender?
Lavander,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Look at when she goes lavender and they're like emphasis on the other parts of the word.
So
Because
so
it is.
this is great because somehow he was in the movie Streets of Fire, and he was also in Number One with a Bullet, which Number One with a Bullet was one of our Billy December that I
Oh,
could barely remember.
barely,
But
barely remember
Jamie,
the
I
Billy
probably
December.
should let you know this before you watch the movie because once I saw this, I could not see it.
Oh no.
You might have to go back and look at this character because imagine this character just constantly talking to Tom Hanks about different kinds of shrimp.
Really?
Yes, that's him. He was that Bubba Shrimp guy.
Ah,
Yeah,
huh.
yeah, pretty great.
Yeah.
And then M. Emmett Walsh, her loser of a lawyer. Of
Oh
course,
yeah.
we saw him in. I will never not laugh at Blood Simple when he drew bullet holes on people with Sharpie. And then he was in that Denzel movie, The Mighty Quinn. And
Oh,
somehow in
yes.
this movie, LL Cool J shows up with a horrible rap.
Is LL Cool J's in it?
Yeah. Yeah. He's at like one of the
Oh, one
high
of the little
school
parties they
dances.
do.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Is his the football rap that opens up the movie?
First of all, I think they're all football raps.
Well, no, this is like it's just
It's terrible.
football. Well, and
It
it's
is.
interesting because
Yeah.
it's a football. Now you get it as you to watch the movie, but I hadn't seen the movie either, so I should know.
Oh,
Well,
okay. All
okay,
right.
I can't. Okay, you know what? I hadn't seen it that I remembered. My brother
Gotcha.
mentioned it to me, and I was like, "Oh yeah."
Hmm.
Now we probably would have watched it. My father was into football and it comedy and Goldie. It all made sense, but it wasn't one that I remembered, or at least remembered being this good. When my brother said it, I was like, "Yes!" And then when I watched it, I was like, "Yes, I've never seen this."
There's something wonderful about me just picturing your father suddenly as like a Playboy centerfold, and he's like, my interests are football, comedy, and Goldie Hawn.
Wonderful, wonderful. I don't know where I was going with
No,
that.
no, no, that's why I'm sorry. I totally derailed, but the football rap, I think you were talking
Oh,
about.
yes. So this movie opens up with wonderfully with these old home movies of this little white girl that is
Yeah,
into football from the start and plays it with her dad, but with this this white rap like we would hear in Breakin'. And you're
it's,
just like, what's happening in this movie? Then you realize later that she's in like an inner city
oh
school, and
yeah,
that's why.
yeah.
But and we've both said already, the opening with the old home movies is really fun, and she does have a sister in it, so
Hmm.
that's what makes you think that the sister, is that Swoozie is her sister.
In my notes, I wrote my first line of notes is football rap dot 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 professional singers
Like,
because
what's
it's
really
terrible
happening?
at
It
the
really is.
end when also perhaps the greatest end credit sequence we've ever seen on this podcast.
Yeah.
Did you did
No,
you watch it? You didn't watch
not
it?
the end credits.
Holy shit,
No.
Jamie. Go
What's
back and watch
happening
the
at the
end
end?
credits. They all rap. Goldie Hawn raps.
Oh,
Every
how
player raps. They do
fun.
little dances and stuff.
Didn't
It's
I'm
great.
What a bad like movie podcaster I am that I
It's
don't watch the movie in
it's
full.
okay.
I
I
was
get
like,
it.
it's over. But you know what? I will say sometimes when the movies we watch end, I'm like, shut that shit off.
Every
Goodbye.
time I do that, and if this terrible rap didn't start up again, I probably would have done it. But I'm like, oh my God, they're playing this song again. And then immediately it's Goldie Hawn being like, football's
Oh,
great, and I'm the coach. I'm the best. And then Woody Harrelson's rapping. It's so much
I will
fun.
go
You need
back
to go
and
back and
watch
watch
it.
it.
No, because
Yeah.
I did not shut, not to give away anything, but I did not shut this movie off thinking, stupid 80s.
Right,
Mer, mer,
right.
mer. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
I
So
didn't think so, because
yeah,
who's gonna watch credits? Who's gonna I don't want to I don't
you
watch
did.
credits. That's yeah, because there's a terrible football rap.
Oh yeah.
That's the only reason. You want me to get you want to get me to watch your credits movie? Do a dumb rap at the end
Wrap at the end, and I'm
with the
sticking around.
cast, and I'll kind of probably check it out.
Yeah, you will.
So you're right that in that there are old um family films of football and just a family enjoying it and young kids enjoying it and stuff like
Well,
that.
not just the football. They enjoy, like, she has a football cake for her
Right.
birthday.
Yes.
There's a Christmas morning, she gets a football helmet.
Hmm.
When her sister gets a doll, it's clear that there's one sort of
Yes.
football prodigy in this family.
And this opening does so much heavy lifting. We don't
Yeah.
need characters to sit around and talk about her
Mm-mm.
dad
Mm-mm.
and talk about her football
Mm-mm.
pedigree and past. And most movies would do that. Or most movies would have it be like, this lady's out of her element. Coaching football? Could you imagine that this history teacher has to coach football? No, it's what she wants to do. Like, immediately in this movie, she's like, hey, the football coach quit. Can I do this? I'm
Yeah.
like, thank you, movie. Thank you for not holding my hand and treating me like I'm a baby. Like, I really appreciated that.
No, it is. So this is number 1, maybe, of the things you appreciate about this movie. No,
Yeah.
it is nice. And right when we open up, again, now we get this little opening, these
Mm-hmm.
home movies, and then getting her sister's taking her picture for, I guess, the yearbook
I
where
hope her
she's in
sister
her
works at this
football.
school
Her sister is free to show up, I guess.
just to take pictures at the
She's
school.
currently, well, she's in this football uniform, I
Right.
guess, trying to make a haha funny picture for, but also she points out to her sister, like, yeah, and I'm also going to go for
Yes.
the coaching. She's currently the girls' track coach,
Right.
which isn't quite fulfilling.
Isn't quite fulfilling. There's something about me that I was throughout this movie in spots. I was like, I bet those girls in the track team feel pretty bad about losing
I
her.
know that she was, yeah, she
Yes,
was, because
yeah.
she's probably a good coach either way,
I'm
you
sure
know?
she's a great coach either way, but I
Yeah.
like, you have a goal. You want to coach a certain sport, and
Yeah.
she sees her opportunity, so she's going for it. And
Yes.
again, this is the opening moments of this movie. We know
Mm-hmm.
exactly what is happening and why.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We are introduced to the villain also so early in this movie because
Mm-hmm.
she's basically just being sexually harassed during this photo shoot by the male gym teacher.
Yeah.
Is that who
Yeah.
this guy is?
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's also the
The
football
football
coach of the
coach.
varsity because she wants to coach JV.
Yes. Well, she
He's,
figures that's a good in, right? Is to coach the JV.
I think that's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
JV, varsity,
Mm-hmm.
college, the pros. She's just a few
Thanks for
steps
outlining
away.
that for us.
Of course, that's how it works.
Appreciate you. But yeah, he's like you said, he's making these sexual comments toward her,
Hmm.
and she's just like, and even her sister is like, well, maybe you should meet up with him, outside. And she's like, I don't want to go on a date with this guy. So they meet up. Now, I guess to me, I guess it's a health club, but it looked like it was a Foot Locker that a racquetball, um, what do you call them? Racquetball room was in.
I'd call it a racquetball room. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I would
A
call it.
court. They're called courts, right? Like a
They're probably
racquetball
called
court.
courts.
Yeah.
Yes. But there is a chance that this is in the back of a Foot Locker, while you're
That's what it
waiting for
looked
your
like.
shoes.
I was like, that's what I put in my notes. I was like, are there racquetball courts and Foot Lockers? But I
Are
think it's
you
a
say
health club.
are you saying that because out the window of the racquetball thing, it literally does look like a department store?
Yes.
Yes, I couldn't
Yes.
believe it. I looked at it, I was like, what's happening? Is that supposed to be a locker room? Because it
Yeah.
doesn't look like one.
No, no. Well, that's what she meets up with him to do is
Right.
play racquetball. And I love it. She kicks his ass in racquetball. Um,
Oh yeah.
and racquetball can be a dangerous sport,
Did
because that ball
did you
all
ever
over
play
those walls.
racquetball?
My husband played racquetball for a little while. It's a
Oh.
sport he got into because you don't need any friends to do it.
Well, you can't play racquetball by yourself. What do you
Well, you
mean?
can. You can do it just the wall.
You just play
Yeah,
against the wall.
sure.
Is he okay with you telling this story?
I mean,
All of our listeners that know your husband personally and can now make fun of him
well,
for this.
no,
When did this happen? Is
this
this a
was a
recent
short,
thing?
so no, 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 no. This was a couple of years ago. We were still living in Nashville, and he's looking for, we try to think outside of the box as far as fitness. We're
I
not
love
really
it.
gym people, and da da da. And one day in the mail comes the racquetball, and there's a equipment involved, and I was like,
Mhm.
"What's happening with this?" And he
What's
was like,
happening with it was just a mailer? And you're like, have you seen this? Have you seen this thing about racquetball?
No, no, it's the equipment that came in the mail. And I was like, what are these for? And he was
Oh,
like, I'm gonna start playing racquetball. I don't need to, it's not like a you gotta get the softball team together, you know what I mean? You gotta join a team or anything like that. He could
yeah.
just go to the gym and play it. He did that in swimming for a while at
Okay.
the local Y. He doesn't racquetball
He
anymore,
doesn't do it anymore.
but
I mean,
yeah.
all right.
And
If he ever,
actually,
oh yeah,
yeah.
go ahead.
No, go.
No, I was gonna say if he ever wants to, I would do it.
Would you racquetball with him?
I don't know if I told you racquetball. When we lived together,
You racquetball?
wait. Let's not get too
Okay.
crazy.
Sorry,
Let's not
sorry,
get
sorry.
too out of hand here.
Sorry.
Senior year of college, listeners, in case, because none of my students have to take gym anymore in college, because I guess people realize that it's stupid. When we
Well,
went,
yeah.
you had to take gym classes.
Yeah. You took
So
racquetball.
I'd signed up for a class. It was called racket sports.
Oh,
Half was badminton, and the other half was racquetball.
yeah.
So I had this. I took this with a mutual friend of ours, Brent Yoakum.
Mm-hmm.
We would first get wasted.
It's the best
Like
way to play
if
racket,
it,
any racket sport.
if it was alcohol or bong rips or whatever, like we would do it and we would go in and we would always pair up and just play each other.
Okay.
So we thought we were pretty good. And
Mm.
then one day the teacher said to us, "You two cannot play with each other anymore." She's like, "Everybody else in this class switches partners constantly. You guys never do. You have to play other people." And
How'd that go?
we got our fucking asses
Oh
beat.
man.
Like it was
Yeah.
embarrassing how
Yeah.
bad we were
Yeah.
at
Not
this.
good.
But I would play. I'd play with your husband.
Yeah. I don't know that he's that good. Well, you know what? I think
Uh,
he mans the field. Mans the field. The
Jamie, I haven't
field.
played racquetball in like 20 years.
All right.
It's
Well,
fine.
let's get you guys going. Well, I love this. We're gonna do moon shit, and you and Barrett are gonna do
I
racquetball.
can't wait.
Wait till these fall activities fall into play.
Excellent.
I'm
All
stoked.
right, so there's a
Oh,
brief
my notebook. I
racquetball scene
forgot we
in
have a
this
movie to
movie.
talk about over here. Planning racquetball dates. Okay, sorry.
So she goes home. So she basically asks the villain of the movie, like, "Hey, I want to do this. Can you talk to the principal of the school and make it happen?" And he's
Well,
like,
she asked
"Hey,
him this
not a big
while
deal."
kicking his ass in
Right.
racquetball.
Yes. I don't think I understand that she is a proud woman and people should be proud of what they're good at. She probably should have thrown the game. She
I
probably
don't
just
think
should
she
have
could have
thrown the
helped
game.
herself. At one point, she like the way the ball hit and it hits him, and he's like scared of it. And she does keep apologizing. She's like,
Yes.
and I love that too. When she walks out, she's like, "We're okay, right? You're okay.
Oh,
You're
you
not
know what?
mad, right?"
You're right, because she does actually try and lose the game because he asked what the score is, and she's like, "I'm winning 2-1." He's like, "No, you're up 3-1."
Yes.
So here we go. All right. So she did try and do the right thing. Plus, he is really bad. When she leaves, he hits the ball against the wall and it
And
hits
it hits him
himself.
right in the junk. Right in the
Yeah.
junk. Yeah.
So not great. But he agrees. He's like, "I'll talk to the principal. I'll make sure this happens. Not a big deal."
Right.
And
Mm.
and then we go home and we are introduced to her home life.
Yes.
She has two daughters, Robin
Mhm.
Lively and a younger
Little
girl,
girl. Yeah.
and then a dog who one of the
What's that
players.
extra fur that they give the dog?
I have no
It's a
idea.
couple of scenes. It's a furry dog to begin with.
Yes,
Medium size for I don't even know how you would what the brand,
medium-sized
what the
fur.
breed is.
That's what you call them. That's a medium-sized fur. Yeah.
But there's a point in the beginning when they're at the table and it looks like her daughters are sewing something or they're into some kind of craft. So there's like this black, uh, like fuzz
I had
near
no
the
idea
dog.
I had no
But
idea
then
what was happening.
later, every time they take the dog out, that black thing is with them too. And it's not part of the dog. It looks
It's
like an accessory.
yeah, I think they somehow make the dog the team mascot because
Oh.
at one point during the house party when the team finally wins a game, one of the players is talking to the girls and he mentions that the dog, the mascot, is a bad motherfucker.
Ah,
And I was like, what is he talking about right now? But you're right in that one girl's brushing something that isn't the dog, but it looks
yes.
like they made another dog out of fur.
Uh-huh.
I was a little bit confused about the dog, but he's cute, so that's
He is
okay.
cute. Yeah.
And then some total dork shows up, and it's her ex-husband.
Yes. Yes.
I'm, I mean, luckily, Carla and I are still together. She hasn't left me yet.
It's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
It
And how
really
many years?
is.
It was like 19 recently? Oh,
21. Just,
wow.
just 21. Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm. I mean, she
Congrats.
doesn't listen to the podcast, so it makes sense. Listens to a few of these episodes and she's like, I don't know. I didn't know what you were doing down there, but this will not stand. So now I forget what, oh, her ex shows up and I don't know, like, I understand that everybody probably has a different relationship with their ex and she has children and he's involved in their lives. Yes, they split custody, weekends, whatever the deal is. When he leaves, her sister's like, "Why didn't you tell him about the coaching job?" And she's like, "Well, I just wasn't." And I was like, "It's none of his business.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
is this important? Why does this even matter?" And I know we need some more, like, we need, I guess, another antagonist in this movie, but the whole time I'm like, what does this matter to her ex-husband that she's coaching football? What does it matter? Who cares?
Well, because
Right?
like, well, she does kind of come to that on her own. She's like, she even says later, because he's never encouraged me when we were married, or he says it to her. She says it to him, I think, like,
Yeah.
you never let me, do what I wanted to do, and now I want to do what I want to do.
And that's
Um,
legit.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I think it's because it's just another person to kind of express. It's like I was talking to somebody today who's taking on a new career path, but they don't want to tell anybody about it yet because they don't want to jinxie it yet. You know what I mean? Like until I can really get
It's
a couple of
Barrett,
the
professional racquetballer.
correct.
Okay.
You caught on.
So this person doesn't want to tell anybody about their
Their new career until they're
uh-huh.
sure of it. So, but I was telling this person, you have to like kind of, shout these things from the rooftops. That's what makes them real. So maybe that's how the sister felt. Like, if you want to do this, you should be telling everyone in your life it's what you want to do because it just kind of affirms that that's what you're doing.
That's
Um,
fair. That's fair.
mhm.
Yeah, I guess. And if you are splitting custody of children, it might be nice to let might be
There's a big
nice to
career
let the
change
know the
happening. Yeah.
person what's happening in your life, but I don't know. All right. It was the one thing that kind of bothered me. Like I understand later how it's a big dust up that she's not there to, I don't know, make her kids dinner one night or something.
Well, she
But
does
at
make
this
a
point
couple of
I'm like, Swoozy, stay in your lane. Like you don't need to get
swoos.
involved in this.
Yeah. Well, they do motorcycle together. That's kind of fun, right? Or motor scoot together. What do they do? She's got a
Wait, who
scooter.
does? Oh yeah.
Swoozy and yeah.
Yeah, Swoozy must be like the cool hip sister.
Mm-hmm.
So she drives a motorcycle around. It's
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
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 So now, um, wait, hold on. Oh, I must have skipped something in my notes.
Oh, yeah. Where are we now? We're coaching a tough
Well,
team.
we probably should go to the principal of her school,
Oh,
who
yeah.
basically tells her she can't coach this team.
No,
The
they say that they've hired someone else to coach the team. I do like who they've hired,
Yeah,
who has no idea. And she schools him on it too. She's like, do you know this play and that play and this play and that play? And what does she say when he's like, hey, 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 you've crossed the line with that one? She's like, do you know how to, I don't know,
I would
get
have
it in
read.
deep? Or
Yeah,
did
I
you
would
write
have.
it?
I get it in deep. Those football terms.
Is that a
Get
football
it in.
term?
No, I don't think it was that, but it was pretty good. And again, like I think I messed up on my notes because I didn't write this down. But they hire the home ec teacher, and this
Yeah,
guy, of course, is out of his element. He doesn't know what's going on, and she's pretty upset about this.
of course.
The villain of the movie walks in. She's like, "Hey, racquetball guy, can you please tell him that you think I'm great for this job?" And this guy has gone out of his way to contact another high school to get her a job coaching their football team, thinking that this inner city school, she won't want anything to do with this. But you know what? She's going to do it,
She's
Jamie.
going to rise to the occasion. I
Hmm.
do like this. She gets all sassy with them. She's like, oh, you think it's going to be too tough for me? You think women can't be tough? Well, I'm tough. And she kind of spouts out at all of them, walks out of the room, and then she casually walks back and she's like, I forgot my purse.
Yes.
And then she leaves again.
The purse is almost the character in this movie. She always has that purse on her.
Yeah.
So many scenes, she's just clutching, just holding the purse, both hands gripped tightly around it throughout the movie.
So we mentioned that the sister drives a motorcycle, but she
Hmm.
drives a VW bus around, which is pretty fun.
Yeah,
Um,
she drives some sort of, is it a VW? I thought it was
yeah,
just like a minivan or
I
something.
thought it was
Okay.
like a little VW bus. I thought it was,
It's
I was like, look at her.
it's very cute. It's fun enough for people to want to steal. So,
Wow. And get cool hubcaps on. She goes to check out her new school, and it is
hmm,
definitely in the inner city, definitely and they're in
yes.
Chicago, right?
Yes.
Chicago. Um,
Keep doing
when she
it.
gets to the
Keep doing the
school,
accent the whole
the
podcast.
Chicago one, is that right?
Uh-huh.
Um, when she gets to the school, first of all, to drive around the school, it's
It's
when you're in a
bad.
shady
I mean,
neighborhood. Yeah, she's
right,
feeling the
well, yeah.
shadiness.
I don't think we need to get into how this movie shows that's a shady neighborhood. They show a bunch of people that aren't white people for the
Oh, yeah,
longest
no, but
time.
no, yeah.
Like, but no, but like the school has a
But I mean,
barbed
like
wired fence
yes,
around
yes,
it.
it looks all. And when she gets into the school, she's chased by some dogs.
Yeah,
Um,
chased by
and
Doberman.
nobody looks like they're there. But then I realize it's because school didn't start yet.
Yes,
Hmm.
right.
Two Dobermans, yeah, chase her into the school, and she gets into the principal's office. I do like how she's like, well, with the help of my assistant coaches, and he's like, no, no,
Every time she's like, so, as soon as we get the assistant coaches, his response of
yeah,
every time she says something, and she's like, but but we have a good field to practice.
yeah.
It's really funny. And also, like, Nipsey Russell, we talked about it. He's doing an amazing job in this
Hmm.
movie. He knows the part he's playing. He plays it so well. And I love it when she's talking to him and just he casually walks up over to a giant cabinet and opens
Oh, and
it
it's
and it's
filled with like
full of
peanut brittle
peanut
or
brittle.
yeah.
And he offers her some. And then he's like, I don't know, we just haven't been able to sell these
It's
tins.
from the
It's,
fundraiser. But then I like that later he turns it back around. He's like, and
yes.
finally we got new uniforms because we sold
Uh-huh.
all the peanut brittle.
Yeah, it's so great.
Hmm.
And then he gives her a playbook and they're talking about it a little bit. And she even says, because he's like, I mean, it's not a great team. We won one game last year. And I love how she says, yeah, you won one game because the opposing team's bus broke down.
Yeah.
So it's not a good team, of
Right.
course.
Hmm. Hmm.
She's a little down on her luck. She goes home. She's kind of upset about this. Is this when she
No,
calls?
before
She's
she
gonna
goes, she's
call to
met the team
yes.
first because
Oh,
she
yes,
goes
because it's the
in to
first
meet
day
the
of
team
class. Yeah.
and they greet her without their pants on
They
in
don't
the
have
locker
pants
room.
on.
Yeah.
So they knew that their coach was a woman, right? They did
Yeah.
this on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I thought in my mind, I was like, this school's so poor they couldn't afford pants. Like they couldn't
Oh,
afford
no.
the bottoms of the
No.
uniforms. But no, they're doing this. They are, of course, trying to antagonize her. They don't want her as their coach.
And then they're awful to her when she does meet with them. She tells them, "Put your pants on and meet me outside," and
Mhm.
right. And she tries to give him the whole motivational speech about being. And they first they talk about her tits and her ass, and they play
Yeah.
loud music while she's trying to motivate them. There's a small group of them
They're
that.
smoking. I found that
Oh
hilarious.
yeah, there's definitely. But then there's like the
Yeah.
kind of more the JV, I guess,
Yeah.
players
Uh-huh.
that are kind of into it. And then there's one guy over in the stands with this chick that's giving him back rubs that
Did not know what was happening.
didn't,
Had
but
had
then did.
no idea what was
Didn't.
going
And then I
on.
was like, of
Well, yeah, when
course,
it
that's who you
okay.
are. Yeah.
Yeah, when it finally happens, of course. But I was like,
Yeah.
who is this older man who's just hanging out watching all these
Yes.
young
Yes.
boys play
I thought
high
he was
school
going to come in
football?
as like her assistant coach and, help her
Right.
bring the team
Yeah.
together.
Like
Yeah.
he was the old coach or
Yeah.
something, and they had to force him out because of, I don't know, DUIs or something like that. But no, he comes over and he's like, yeah, anybody want to buy a watch? He's got like watches in his trench coat
Mm-hmm.
that he like
Mm-hmm.
lures the players off the field with. It's a rough first day for her.
Yes, yes. So
And
rough that she's even considering not maybe she's not cut out for it,
yeah,
is her thought. She's got some
maybe
doubts.
she'll just take that job as the track coach. Oh,
Yeah.
nope, Swoozy said they already hired someone.
Yeah. Susie must be working at the school too, because she's got too many she's in the know with the
Yeah,
events happening at the
yeah.
school.
She's not
So
only
yeah.
taking yearbook pictures, but she must be teaching something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Also, Jamie, there's a lot of personalities on this football team, and we can get into them. One personality trait or weird quirk that is never explained. Why is one guy wearing a shower cap all the time? It's never explained. He has it on all the time, except, of course, when they have their helmets on. It's never talked about, never
I
mentioned.
think it's just part of like, what's your character? Mine's
Okay.
a shower cat character. Mine's the
So,
one that farts,
all right. So you think that he was just sort of a glorified extra, and he's like, this is what I'm going to
Yeah,
do.
his house stand
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And it snuck into one scene, and then they're
And
like,
it
"Oh my
follows
gosh, you gotta
through.
wear them all the
Yep.
time now."
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Gotta need that continuity.
Yeah. So she coaches, like I said, she coaches up, or as you said, she coaches up the younger players and teaches them how to run a few drills. And while they're playing good during the next practice, it makes the older, more experienced players a little bit jealous.
Well, before that, so
Oh,
she's
go ahead. Yeah.
teetering here, right? A little bit.
Hmm.
So she goes home and Swoozy's got to convince her, like, she tells her, that old job's actually not there for you. And do you really want to quit this? And
Hmm.
she goes feeling depleted into her office and they've messed with her office now.
Hmm.
They've kind of graffiti. They call her a pussy and they write that in graffiti. And then
Yes.
she has this little, it's a stopwatch, I think that was her dad's that was engraved. Is it a stopwatch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It was given
And
to
it's
her. Swoozie gave it
broken.
to her. Yes.
And
Hmm.
so she gets really mad. And that's when she goes back to them all and does
Hmm.
another, like, I'm here and we're going to be serious about this. And that's when she takes the GAV kids under her arms and is like,
Right.
okay, if you
Yes.
guys are
Hmm.
serious about it, then you guys stick with me. Where the other guys are still being jerkies.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes.
yeah,
And
jerkies.
they're jerkies. They're a
Hmm.
regular bunch of jerky boys for a little
They
while.
are.
And then when she's really had enough, like she's still not getting respect from these guys, and during one practice or one day, she comes in real hot and
Yeah. It's
basically
after
tells
that. I think
them
it's after she finds
it
that
is.
room. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, because they want their plan as a team, I guess, is just to get her to
Yeah.
quit so they can get a male
And
coach.
they
That's
tell
it.
her, they say,
Yeah.
why don't you just leave?
Hmm.
Like, we don't want, and she kind of does this whole thing. So you want me to go? And they're like, yes. She's like, and you want me to quit? She's like, yeah. So she makes a deal with them
Well, she first
that,
tells them no one else wants this job.
oh, yeah.
Like it's me or nobody. But then, as you were saying, she makes them a little bit of a deal, or rather a challenge.
Yes. And she says, we're going to do this thing. And if you guys outlast me,
Hmm.
then you guys win. But if I outlast you, then I have to be your coach.
Yeah.
And basically, they just go running.
You just run.
Hmm.
And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, she's a trim Goldie Hawn who is not much older than these guys, I don't think.
Hmm.
So I know she would hold her own because a lot of these football players are overweight and they're smoking. We've seen that.
Yeah, they
I,
can't go the distance. She even
no,
says at the end, I didn't tell you guys that I've like ran how many ever
she
marathons and
ran the
stuff.
Boston Marathon
That's what it is.
twice.
Twice.
Yes.
So she
What?
can do it. She's
Yeah.
got the endurance. That's what they lack,
And
obviously.
it's so great. We see them dropping like flies, one
Yes.
after another,
It
like
starts to rain at a certain point.
joining everyone else on the bleachers and stuff like that. And of course, it comes down to she and Wesley Snipes.
Hmm.
How could it not? But she even outlasts the great Wesley Snipes.
She does. She does. And I like it because they're still kind of mad and they give her like a fuck you. And she's like, fuck you what? They're like, fuck you, Coach McGrath. And she's
It's
like, that's right.
it's amazing. It's
Mhm. Mhm.
absolutely great. And of course, after she wins, she goes, "You owe me a new stopwatch, pussies." It was, it's wonderful. Some of the dialogue in here is
Really
great
witty. Yeah,
because
really
that's what
funny.
they engrave the watch with at the
When
end.
they give it to her,
Hmm.
yeah, love your pussies.
Yep, it's really funny.
It's
So
really great.
yeah. Um, so she now has this job. She has now earned their respect as a team.
Hmm.
But the person
Yeah, and
who's, oh yeah,
she's starting to feel better about like because
hmm,
again, a couple scenes earlier, wasn't sure if this was going to work out, and they really
yeah,
were rotten to her, but now things are turning around. She's taking a tubby for herself after a long day. Um, and her husband's come over. This is kind of funny, this little gag with his girlfriend and the door and the water
Jan
where
Hooks getting hit by doors constantly is great. I wanted
spilling
it to
water all
keep
over
going
herself.
throughout the movie.
Yeah, I wanted it to be a theme in every like
Yeah,
this girl can't get away from an open
yeah.
door. Um, but yeah, they come by for I don't even know what I think. I think because
I think it's just to yell at her about
yeah,
taking this job.
he just says how concerned he is that she's at this school and again, why didn't you tell me?
Yeah,
And this is what we talked about. She's in the tubby and she's naked, but they talk and yeah, the whole time. his girlfriend is trying to find him and is
Hmm.
awkwardly uncomfortable with his daughter. She just keeps saying, "So school, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
The,
good.
yeah, that's
Okay,
when
school's going good,
these
huh?"
kids are also building a dog at this point in
Oh
front of
yeah,
Jen
they've got all
Hooks.
that
I'd
extra
be
fur around
uncomfortable
them.
too. I'd be like, what is happening right now?
Hmm.
You have one real dog on the table and this other thing that you're combing?
Creating, that's going to be a
Yeah.
part of it, I guess, because they're going to be. He's a
There are a bunch of
wildcat dog.
sewing supplies
I don't
out.
know.
So
I
the
don't know
dog
what.
is a
They're
wildcat.
crafty. They're
Okay,
crafty.
great.
So after we get the little, I love it
Right.
because she's standing up to her husband once again and she's like, "This is what I want to do. And you never let me do what I wanted to in the marriage. And,
Hmm.
you're a jerk." And off he goes. And next is one
And
of those
again, these two, I hate to keep going back to this relationship, but they don't seem to have a bad relationship. For people that used to be married and are divorced, they don't, I don't get any sense that they were fighting before this. I'm so confused as to why he cares so much. Like it's so bizarre to me. And I don't know why this is bothering me so much about this movie, but it was the one thing where I was like, dude, stop it. Like, just leave her alone.
Well, because then it becomes the thing, right? It's not just her job at a shady school that he's concerned that she's going to be okay at, but then she does make some unsavory motherly choices where she's having a party with all the kids from her
That's,
school and
yeah.
letting these. I mean, that's what they were going to do anyway. Like they were still going to drink and party, and it wasn't like she was like doing bong rips with them or
And
anything. But
does it make it better that the principal's there? Or does that make it
right,
worse?
which I kind
I
of
think that
love.
makes it
Because
worse.
he's like, this is we got to celebrate.
Yeah.
No, but he's it's part of the other piece is that he becomes well, and also his girlfriend, like they talk about the girlfriend being a she's kind of like a little socialite,
Yeah.
and like the one day he comes to pick up the kids and he's like, "Oh, I've got to drop them off early because we're having like a cocktail party."
Hmm.
So yeah, but then her big like thing at the end is that she almost leaves the team because she doesn't want to lose her girls. So I
I
think
guess it does make
I think we needed
sense.
that
Yeah, it
that
does make
tension
sense.
between because you're
Like,
right. Otherwise, there's really no tension between
right.
her and her husband. It just looked like they
Yes.
were incompatible, and he probably found that other lady or whatever. Fun.
And I guess it makes sense for this movie because the main villain, he's only in the beginning and the end of the movie. So
Yeah.
I guess you need more conflict than her players not wanting to practice or
There you
whatever it is.
go.
So
There
okay,
you go.
we
Well, because
figured it out.
now we get a fun montage where we're
Training
working out. Yeah.
montage. Yes. Scenes that would be right at home in the movie Perfect or Heavenly Bodies.
Yes, yes. There's a lot of like kind of like
It's just dancing. They're just
yeah,
dancing.
it's a lot of dancing, straddling,
Aerobics.
sashaying, horse pose if you're a yogi. Yeah.
I don't know what a horse
Um,
pose is, but I'm
okay,
sure
well,
these guys were doing it.
it does. It looks like they're doing little dance routines.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's our little practice montage,
Right.
right?
Because now we're ready for game day,
I
Jamie.
love game day. They have two cheerleaders.
Love that. And I love how, like, I expected at the end of this, I understood we were going to see more cheerleaders or something. I was so ready for more cheerleaders with actual cheerleading outfits. But no, it's now only like six girls by the end with
Yeah,
like
yeah.
crop tops
Same little outfits.
and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
jeans on. Yeah, it's really funny that there's like two cheerleaders, and I think they're just girlfriends of the players. I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like Wesley Snipes' girlfriend and somebody else.
Yeah.
And how about these players? So it's game day. Woody Harrelson is the quarterback. Wesley Snipes is something. I don't know if he's the running back or the wide receiver. They're in the huddle at one point. They're playing a team whose mascot is a goat. They're in the huddle complaining that they can't concentrate
Because
because
the
there's a
goats make
bell on
oh
the
yeah, the bell.
goats.
Yeah, yeah. What's
And I'm like, what kind of team is this where a bell on the opposing team's sideline is keeping them, is so in their heads that they're unable to play
well, they're
football?
also frustrated. I think one of them even says it because the opposing team is called the Cougars, but they have a goat for their mascot.
Yes. And I wanted to say, like, I think you guys have your coach's dog
But
dressing
one
as
of
a
them say, "What? Well,
wildcat.
well, ours is a dog. So what do we
Yes.
have to? What do we have to do?" Um, but yeah,
Oh,
they, they, the game is, they don't win their
it's
first
out of hand.
game.
It's 31 to 12.
Yeah.
I really paid attention to scores in here.
Oh,
I
good.
don't really know why. For a movie that is about football, there's so little football in this until the last game.
Right.
And then it's just like, I don't know what's happening. It's just people getting tackled. I never know where anybody is on the field. I never know when anybody's about to score. I know I'm getting too into this, but I was like, now you're finally showing me a lot of football, and I have no idea what's going on right now.
And I can't even focus on so all this
I
football.
can't,
Yeah.
yeah, I can't get my head around what's happening, how much time's left, or any of this stuff that they normally beat to death in sports movies. Like they'll show the clock 47
Sure.
different
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
They don't do that in this. So I think they kind of understood who their audience was, which was a
Mm-hmm.
wide swath of people that don't
So yeah.
really watch football.
Mhm.
But it was frustrating at the end of this. But yeah, they lose this game.
She
And,
also, at the end of this game, her family has come to the game and
mhm.
she sticks by her team. They're all like, Mom, hey, hey,
Oh
hey.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And she walks away with them and she goes back into the locker room. And when she's in the locker room trying to tell them, like, we're going to be okay, there's this ba sound.
Hmm.
And there's a goat in one of the lockers. And now this is a kind of really fun. And again, I love seeing Goldie's comic timing in all of this is the principal comes in and is like, so I heard, I just got a complaint from the other team that their goat is missing. Do we know anything about that? And the goat boss and Goldie does this, nah, we don't know
Yeah.
anything.
I just
And
like it
then
because it's shoved in a locker and it's hitting
yeah,
its head on the locker. And then Goldie Hawn has to pretend that she's upset
yeah.
and she's like throwing her body against the
Because
locker.
yeah, he goes, if anybody in this team is responsible, they'll be suspended right away and maybe even expelled. She goes, oh my God, no, that's horrible. But it
I
shows you
do
that
think it's
she's
yes.
standing up for her team. She covers their ass
Hmm.
and she says to them, well, one of you is going to be taking this goat back. And then we
Right.
see her in her car with her goat. And it is funny. She brings the goat back to the school, puts it in the schoolyard, and the goat kind of chases her and
The
runs
goat
after
wants to
her.
follow her. The goat's like,
Uh-huh.
I don't, none of these schools are good, but maybe
Hmm.
I could hang out with you. And she says no, but she's able to go back home.
Oh,
And
this is when she's late.
after a goat adventure, Jamie, I don't know what time it is. 9, 10 at night.
I
You
don't
know
know.
what?
It's
It's
late.
early enough that the library is still open, which is where all the cool kids
Is
want to
that
hang
really where
out.
they were going?
Glad you figured it out. Because
Yeah.
me as a naive parent, I'm like, oh yeah, go have fun at the library with your cool punk rock hairdo.
Yeah, with your new hair. We just did our hair, and my mom's picking us up, air quotes.
Hmm.
Yeah, she gets home, and both her daughters are frustrated. The one daughter is eating ice cream for dinner because she hadn't been fed dinner yet.
Right.
I want to know where Aunt Swoozy is because this would be the
Yeah,
perfect
she's
time for
there
her to
all
come
the
by. Yeah, but
time.
not tonight when, where was the phone call? I'm going to be late because I've
I
got to
need her to be
return the
like,
goat. Yeah.
I have a date with that home ec teacher. That's what I
Yes,
need.
yes, yes. But and then yeah, her daughter's friend comes down the stairs first with some crazy hair, and then her daughter comes down the stairs. And this is I appreciate it. I mean, you have daughters. Is there this kind of tension in your house with the whole like, you don't understand me, you don't love me? Your daughters don't seem that kind of emotion.
Um,
Well, maybe the one.
with one, yep,
Yeah.
there we go. Yes. Yeah, lots of door slams and
Okay.
not understanding. Yeah,
Yeah.
not so much anymore as she gets older. When she was the age of Robin Lively, maybe there was,
Yeah.
although I have no idea how old her daughter is in this movie.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say I have no idea how old my daughter is.
I have,
She's
I have
just
no clue. Who knows?
they're all
But
just here until they're not.
I like that Goldie Hawn does the thing that she thinks parents should do, which is not mention the crazy hairstyle and just
Yes,
be
yes.
like kind of cool with it, but
But that
not
upsets her
cool.
daughter even
Yes,
more
right.
that she doesn't
Yeah,
notice it. Yeah,
right. Yes.
yeah.
Um,
But she
and
does put her foot down with her daughter. I love it. I love the
yeah.
strength where this mom is not a pushover. The
Hmm.
daughter keeps going like, "Well, I don't want to eat. I'm just going to the library, and my friend's mom is here, and she's going to take us." And the mother doesn't question. Goldie doesn't question the hair, and she also doesn't say, "Because I would." I'd be like, "Are you going to the library? And your mother's here to pick you up. I need to meet your mother. Like, is Leonora here?" That's her mom's name. P.S.
Sounds
Leonora,
like that woman's name would be Leonora.
right?
Yes.
Anyway, But Goldie tells her no, she's staying in. She's not leaving.
Yeah.
She's gonna, and then she does the slam door and like, "Arr," and you
I
didn't
do
even
like how
talk about my hair.
when she says that, when she says she can't go, her daughter's response is, "So you don't care about me or my grades?"
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty
yeah.
great.
Well, she's going to the library to study,
I know
so
you got to go
yeah.
study, dorks. So I love, and I told you this before at the very beginning, I love how there is conflict and it's immediately resolved between she and
Yeah.
her daughters.
hmm
Amazing, wonderful. Thank you, movie. You could have stretched this out for
Don't draw this out. She
scenes.
goes right upstairs to
Yeah,
her daughter's room and has a chitty chat with her
yes.
and
You know what
says,
I'm
like,
here
listen,
for?
yeah.
I'm here for hilarity, maybe some football. That's
hmm
all I want.
Some fun jokes, some great one-liners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Dash is football.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
exactly.
hmm
So she now, Woody Harrelson, as the star quarterback on a terrible team, tells her that there is another player, or there was another player. Sorry.
Lavender
There.
Williams.
Le- Lavander Williams. So she goes with Woody Harrelson into the principal's office and is like, "Hey, I heard there's another guy who's pretty good. And can I see his stats?" And the principal gives her the stats. And she's like, "Why isn't this guy playing?" And he's like, "He doesn't really go to school." So she decides to go visit this guy at home
Mm.
where she is
Well, she tries
rebuffed
to
by
track
his
him down.
which
So, yeah,
right.
she starts with his home where his little brother stomps on her foot, and it is
Great.
really
It's
great. Yeah.
wonderful.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Then she goes to, and it is funny, she walks into like this bar situation and
Well, no,
she's
no.
like,
First she goes to Hubcap guy.
"Oh, that's right." And he
It's so
convinces her that
great.
he needs to
Yes.
buy, she needs to buy hubcaps, which is great because then we see her little VW and it's
Hmm.
got new shiny hubcaps on it. So
Yeah.
he'd made the sale.
I do like
And
how the guy's like, "These hubcaps, $400 installed. I'll do it for two." And she's like, "No, I need to find Lavender Williams." He's like, "Okay, all right, $60."
yeah. I love
And
it. Later on, somebody's in the car and they're like, they're comment on our
yeah,
hubcap. She's like, "I paid $60 for him." They're like, "You got ripped off." And
yes,
she's like, "Oh."
it's really funny.
Mhm.
But yeah, basically she pays $60 for information on where he is
Yes.
because she takes her newly hubcapped van down to the pool hall.
Yes.
And this is kind of a funny scene because she walks in the pool hall. Everybody stops at the door and she's like, "Don't mind
Oh,
me.
and she
You can just
flashes her great
do."
Goldie smile when they
Yes.
all stop, and she's
Uh-huh.
like, she does that big Goldie grin, and she's like, "Oh,
Hmm.
hi guys, don't stop because of me."
Yeah.
Um,
And then she says who she's looking for, and each of them are like, yeah, that's me."
yeah,
Hmm. And I love this big fat guy that's like, "I don't know, I can be him if you want me to." Okay. All right, great. And then we see the guy who was selling watches to the players and sitting on the stands the whole time, Lavander Williams,
hmm
aka Bird, shows up and she basically, well, his friends basically convince her to drive them to a robbery.
Yeah. Well, they say it's funny. They're like, "Can you give us a ride
Mm-hmm.
first?" And then
Yes.
you could talk to Lavander in the ride, during the ride. "I need
Mm-hmm.
a ride to my mother's house, and she's locked out, or she doesn't have her keys, or
Yeah,
they
yeah,
make
something
up
like
some
that.
excuse." And she's gullible. She goes for it.
Sure.
They go to the they're climbing on the top of her van to try to break into the window, and she's
Yeah.
like, "I really don't like that they're walking on
There's
top of the
so
van.
much of her being like, "He's so heavy and he's gonna dent the roof of my van."
I would rather do it
I
myself.
do like how
Can
she's
I
like,
do
"I'll sneak in and I'll do it,"
it?"
because yeah. And then the cops show up, so the two guys have to steal her van, and
Yes.
she and Lavander Williams hide in a dumpster.
Right. He pushes her in the dumpster and he's like,
Mhm.
"Come on, we're gonna hide." And while they're in the dumpster, she makes she makes a dumpster arrangement for with him.
It's
She
great.
says she does at one point scream. She says, "If you don't agree to play for me again, I will scream right now."
Yeah.
And he says, "You don't know." Da, da, da. And then sure enough, she screams and he tells her to be quiet. And then he says, this is espionage, right? Is that what he
Right.
says?
Yes. Yeah. He really says that. And I'm like, "That's not right. That's not what this is." But he makes her a deal and he's like, "I will get you your van back. I
hmm
will get you your money for your hubcaps back." And then finally he's like, "Okay."
Yes,
I'll
and
play
I'll
for you
play.
then.
Mhm.
And then the next scene, the very next scene, is Woody Harrelson being like, well, I guess I'm not quarterback anymore. And I'm like, Woody, you're the one who told her that there was
Yeah.
somebody better than
But
you.
he's pretty cool about it. He makes a
Oh, yeah, yeah,
stink
no,
and then
he
he goes,
is.
"But you know what? I'm a great, I don't know, another position. I'm
I
a
think he
great."
says scat back, which was a position in the 80s. That's not really a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Um, and she's like, that's great, Woody Harrelson.
Yeah. He
You know
takes
what
one for the
what
team.
you know what I never see in this movie? And I don't know if it was an issue with the stuntmen they had or the football dudes they have. We never see Woody Harrelson playing football.
Oh, I guess
A
not.
few times we see him as quarterback. Once he's not quarterback, there is not a white dude in that uniform running around on the field. Like we
Interesting.
never
Well,
ever see
like you
it.
said, the football in the end when it's the most is kind of,
I'm so
chaotic,
confused.
but I don't remember seeing him. You're right.
No, and I never know. They don't make a big deal about the players'
Numbers,
numbers, so
yeah.
I always see somebody 25 catching things. And of course, it's not like baseball where you can see their faces or
Oh yeah, they're all
basketball where,
got their
yeah,
helmets. Yeah.
I never know who's who in this movie. And I've seen plenty of football movies, and I feel like other movies do it better than this one does. But I'm not gonna beat this movie up for the
Let's
for
not beat the
that.
movie up for that. Let's not.
No, no. So
Oh, now we have a party at her house, a
because they
celebration because we
finally
got,
won a game.
yeah, we got a win under our belts. Lavender's
Yes.
with us and we're winning games.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna
Uh-huh.
party at the coach's house.
Uh-huh.
Um, oh, and it's a party, all right. There's some drinking and there's some good times
Not a
being
whole lot of
had.
drinking. It appears that two players are drinking
Mm-hmm.
and she takes their drinks from them,
Mm-hmm.
and that's that. Um, of course, it's like she doesn't know what day of the week it is or what time it is
She's
because
got
her
my problem.
because because in the middle of this party
The
where
ex
she
shows
invited a
up.
bunch of high school boys to her house to drink,
Mm-hmm.
her ex shows up.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he was justified in barging in on her in the tub and yelling at her. Now he's got a case.
Yeah.
Now this guy's got a
Yeah.
case.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. And
he
what he
should be
sees
upset
when he
about this.
walks in with all the, and this is not yet the daughter's. Oh, somehow the daughter hurts her nose, right? She gets a nosebleed.
Oh yeah, I don't really know how that
I don't know how it
happens.
happens either. I think everyone's celebrating and there's just some
Yeah.
sloppiness about,
Hmm.
and the oldest daughter
Right.
gets hurt and hurts her nose and has a nosebleed while the ex is there, so he's even more like,
Right.
now our
Yes. Yeah.
daughter's hurt. What's going on? You're endangering the safety of our children, and he leaves with them
I do like
and the party kind of ends.
How Jan Hooks is getting hit on by one of the players in the
Mm-hmm.
corner. And
Mm-hmm.
then she's in the middle of a fight between that player and his girlfriend.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty fun. But this guy, yeah, this guy finally does take the kids and he leaves and seems very, very upset about it
Mm-hmm.
and is like, Goldie, you might be hearing from my lawyer.
Yeah, yeah, he makes a
Yes.
big stink about the lawyer. Mm-hmm.
And then suddenly we're really far into this movie and we're introduced to M. Emmett Walsh, who shows up as, I'm going to say, the worst lawyer in Chicago.
I think he's like a family friend
He
lawyer
is
because he
because he's
even
like,
says
oh,
about the
your
dad. Yeah.
daddy and I played football
Oh,
together.
it's
And she's
very
like,
good.
can we not do this right now? He's like, oh, don't worry about your husband. If anything happens, I'll take him to court and we'll be all right. Did I
Yeah,
ever tell you about that time your daddy and I played football
you do a
together?
really good. That's really good.
It's like you weren't paying attention when we watched Blood Simple. But anyway, yeah, this guy shows up to be a useless lawyer. But it is, I guess, like you said, he's a family friend and whatever.
And initially he's very reassuring. She goes to him
Oh yeah.
because there's some talk and he's like, "Oh, this is just lawyer talk. Don't worry
Hmm.
about it. You just focus on that team and coaching
Yes.
your football and I will worry about the lawyer stuff and the kids." And
All
like you
right, you're
said,
close, Jamie. You just worry about that team, and I'll just worry about all the law stuff. We'll
there you
figure
go.
all
There you
this
go.
out. All right. So
Nice.
we get more football montages. It turns out, Jamie, these guys are really good at football, but bad at writing papers and doing stuff for their
Oh
class.
yeah. Yeah.
So there's a guy named bird, and now we're introduced to a character named Finch. Like, you don't need to do this. You could have had some other like animal name for this character. This very large boy who is helping them all with their papers. And
Yes.
suddenly, again, we're an hour into an hour 45-minute movie. He's a pivotal character.
Yeah, he
I
comes
did
in.
not
Yeah,
expect
yeah.
this.
No, is this the part when, let's see. Oh, so much, so many inconveniences happen.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
well, inconveniences, yeah. Uh, oh, first,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this isn't fun. First, she's playing racquetball with Swoozie, and the old coach or the coach from her old school
Yes.
comes in and basically says that she's the laughing stock. She's a joke of the whole
Yeah.
Chicago. Like, you're a
Yeah.
Chicago joke because you're with this team and trying to pretend like you can do something with them and you really can't.
Yeah. I was unaware of what my personal high school football team was doing in high school. I don't think I would have been concerned or even known about the laughing stock of high school football.
I guess, right? Right?
That was my high school team, the laughing stock of high school football.
Aw.
Jamie,
The
my school,
Palisades. What were they? The
oh,
Bulldogs?
they were the Pirates. So
Arr.
my high school, this is how small my district was. There was no middle school. High school was 7 through 12.
Mm.
And 7 through 12, what's that, 6 years? I think I can
Mm-hmm.
do that math. That's 6 years. Our team won 2 games total.
Wow.
6 years, 2 games. Uh-huh.
Wow.
They were really good. They
You have a
almost didn't field a team one year. There weren't enough people that wanted to play football.
that wanted to play.
Yeah.
Well, you're out there in farm country. I told you I was at your elementary school. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Uh-huh.
It's really
That's awesome.
I don't think they have the bulldog statue anymore. But they are the bulldogs.
They,
They're
well, I
still the
hope they didn't
bulldogs.
change.
Yeah.
They changed the mascot and they threw that
No, I
statue right
didn't
out
see
the
the
window.
statue though. I was looking for it today. The secretary was like, "Are you going to sign in?" I'm like, "Once I find your bulldog statue, I will."
Oh, that's great. Yeah. So
Uh,
anyway,
so anyway,
uh,
so uh, they she's getting some heat from her old whatever
mhm.
coach person.
It's
Um,
like her old, I don't know, colleague,
yeah, old
guy,
colleague.
guy
Yeah, that works.
that guy that sexually harassed you. I'm assuming every day on the job,
Yeah,
and
he's
you
an
didn't think you were going to
unsavory
get this
character.
right. Yes.
Um, this is then she loses her voice. She's got laryngitis.
Yeah. Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't come to anything in this movie. It's a real like absolutely no purpose to this scene. I thought it was going to mean something, but it really doesn't.
Well,
Oh, unless you'd like to disagree. Did you
I'd
just lose
like
your
to.
voice?
I
Okay.
like to. So whenever somebody has laryngitis, right, the
Hmm.
hippie
You
in me
laugh at
says,
them. There's something
no,
about the way
no.
you're delivering this.
I think that it's because you
Hmm.
aren't speaking up enough about yourself and for
Oh,
yourself, and you're not, uh, you're just not speaking to your truth. And this comes right after she is kind of degraded and after racquetball and she's kind of wondering if this is the right thing and she has the laryngitis when it's kind of funny she plays a nice mute person I guess
sure.
um her husband takes her to this boarding school that he's talking
Oh
about bringing
God,
the
yes, I
girls
forgot about
to
that.
and I thought it was under the guise of like the girls might go here, but then he sits down and she's sort of with these two, I guess the headmasters of the school, and they pretty much say like they offer her this position as this jazzercise
Yeah.
coach for the school.
These old ladies are so excited about
Yeah,
jazzercise.
yeah.
They cannot contain their
They
enthusiasm.
go, you dance and
The
prance to jazz.
yes.
You dance and prance. And she's even with her, she's like,
Hmm.
like, no, no, no. And basically, the girls would get free tuition to the school if
Right.
that is the job she would
Yes.
take. And she is not interested in that.
And it's
Um,
Jan Hook's alma mater, I believe,
oh,
which is
yes, yes, that
yeah.
tracks, that tracks.
Which
Um,
I mean, I and that was the thing that when they went there, she's so like salty and upset about it, and I get it to a certain degree. But then I started to think, well, you know what? Maybe this will be good for your kids and, consider it. But the moment he was like, and you're going to be teaching them jazzercise. I was like, no, this isn't going to work
Yeah,
out.
she's not going to be into it. No, no. And then back at the school, the one of the football players, what would you call it? They call him by his last name. He's one of the denser ones, one of the farters, I guess.
The farter, the guy who rams lockers with his
Yes,
heads
that's what
too.
he's going to do now. He gives himself a
Yeah.
concussion. And our friend Finch, the
Oh,
smart dude, is like, if you put your head through that, this
yeah.
is much harder than a one of your lockers in your locker
So
room.
So just real quick, there's one thing that I can't quite understand, and maybe I'm thinking about it too much. Between these two scenes, between her losing her voice
Hmm.
at the prep school or whatever, and the locker room thing, there's like a weird celebration party that has like the energy of a middle school dance.
Oh,
What is
yeah.
that? Do you like they're not there for very long. There's not much going on, but I was like,
No.
where are they? What does this mean? And it appears to only be the football team that's there. It doesn't
Yeah.
seem to be a school sanctioned dance or anything.
I don't know. I thought maybe it's because the team is now gaining some momentum and some,
Okay,
you
and it's
know,
just a
people.
special
And that's why
celebration.
this one football player is talking to a girl or something and trying to impress a girl at the
Hmm.
locker. And I think they're able to do that now because their team's got a little more traction to them. It's a funny interaction where Finch
Hmm.
is like, "You're not going to be able to do that. It's not. You're going to get a concussion." And sure enough, he rams his head into a
Yeah,
locker. He has a concussion, but that just means they're a player down.
right.
And Goldie's voice is back, and she looks at Finch and she's like, "Well, you're gonna have to be our player."
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to have to be an offensive lineman because I guess this other guy who is what a third the size of Finch used to be the offensive lineman, which seems unlikely. Those are normally bigger dudes.
Yeah.
And she basically forces him to play on this
Well, and
team.
she even says it's your fault that he got the
Yeah,
concussion. Hey, wait, the party you're talking about isn't where they give her the.
no,
Okay.
they have
Okay.
several parties.
Yeah,
They have
they have a very
several high
celebratory
school
team.
parties.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it because this guy is so big. They do not have a uniform that can fit him.
No.
So they have taken one jersey and they put it on the front of his body and a second jersey and just
Kind
put
of
it on the back.
strapped to the
And they're
back of his
just
body.
taping it
Yeah.
together. They're just
It's like a
taping it
vest,
around him.
like a
Yes.
crossing guard
Yeah.
vest or something. Yeah.
Yeah. And Goldie thought she was pretty hot stuff, forcing this guy to play. He's got a plan. His plan is to not play. His plan is to turn to the side so that the opposing team can get to the quarterback. It's kind of funny
Hmm.
how he's having conversations with the guy across from him. And he's like, I'm not going to stop you. I'll just let you buy and everything. And later on in the game, he looks at the guy and he's like, you like this? You like this game? And the guy's like, yes, right. It's pretty funny. But they must be really close in this game because it's almost like it's down to the last play. And Goldie Hawn's finally had enough of this. So she tells her players to basically push Finch over during
Hmm.
this play,
Hmm.
sabotage, potentially injure their own teammate.
Hmm.
They do. He takes out like the entire defensive line just by falling on these guys.
Hmm.
And they're able to score the winning touchdown. And now they're like in the playoffs or something.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Big time. So this is the big
Huge
celebration
celebration.
now at the
Yes.
school.
Hmm.
There's a punch bowl, which
Well,
hurt.
right before this, Emmett Walsh has some bad news to
Oh,
deliver.
yeah, that's right.
Because he's like,
That's
it
right.
seems that your husband was serious about
He
this.
comes to the game and
Whatever.
she's like, "Thanks for coming to the game." And
Yes.
uh-huh. What's
Yeah.
the news?
And he basically says, we're going to court. We're
Yeah.
going to court. So they don't go to court, but it is a big celebration at this point.
Hmm.
And another gym party. These must just be weekly gym parties after they win a game. The children are invited to. The children of the coach are invited to these parties. And we see, I'm assuming it's Wesley Snipes. Seems like a Snipes thing to do, which is to spike the punch.
Oh, no, the girl spikes the punch. Her daughter
What
does.
girl?
Her
Oh, her
daughter.
daughter spikes
Hmm.
it?
Hmm.
Oh, I thought her daughter just watched someone spike the punch
I
and
could
then
swear it
started
was her.
drinking it.
I think it was her that
Where
did it.
did she get alcohol
I
from?
don't know.
Okay. You know what? She's probably in high school. She has ways.
She's got ways.
I didn't in high school, but
Neither
most
did
people in
I.
movies do. So she gets hammered
The daughter
And
does.
yes, and
Yes.
Wesley Snipes and Wesley Snipes' girlfriend see her and they're like, your mom's going to be pissed. We will take you home.
Right. Right.
Great.
Now, right before this,
Mm-hmm.
again, throughout this movie, she has these wishy-washy moments, and she does talk to Swoozy because when things are going to court now, she's really like, maybe I've pushed it too far. Maybe I need to just work at that all-girls school
Right.
and call it quits here with the team. And Swoozy's like,
Oh,
if this is the case, and she's thinking about this at the party,
yeah.
and Swoozy's
Yes.
like, if this is the case, you need to tell them now before this goes any further. So
Mm-hmm.
she's kind of prepared there. The principal's all excited. The principal's hosting this party, and there's speeches to be had and raps to be made. And he brings her up to kind of say, like, all right, a little speech by you. And she starts out, you don't know, is she going to quit? Is she going to say,
Mm-hmm.
because they said, wait till next year. And she goes, well, we'll take it one year at a time.
Yep.
But then they present her with the the timepiece,
Stopwatch.
the
Yes.
stopwatch that's engraved,
Mm-hmm.
and she's recommitted all over again.
Coach, we owe you love from your pussies.
It's pretty great.
It's pretty great.
Hmm.
It's the moment of the movie where we should all be tearing up because Goldie is,
Yeah.
and she doesn't tell him she's quitting.
No.
So fine.
Yeah.
Um,
Now her daughter's
oh,
hammered, though, as we said.
this is where we do see LL doing a football rap
Oh,
at this
that's
party. He's
LL.
got like a light blue
Young
hat
LL.
on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So both parents suddenly, I guess Goldie Hawn somehow finds out that her drunk daughter was taken home.
No,
And
well, the I don't know how oh no, Goldie's getting ready to leave, I think, and she
she
can't
finds
find the
out from
daughter.
some other players. Yes, some other players said that Wesley Snipes and his girlfriend took her home.
In the meantime, the girl is at home, and
Hmm.
Wesley does tuck her into bed and just says, "You need to sleep this off." But
Sure.
then he goes downstairs and decides to make out with his girlfriend on
Yes.
her couch,
Uh-huh.
on Goldie Hawn's couch. But the daughter wakes up and drunk dials the dad and is like, "I'm
Yes.
gonna tell him what I think about his pirate school." And so now the dad is like furious because he's like, "Your daughter's hammered and calling me, and why is this the case?" And so they all show up at the house. I thought this was going to be like Wesley was going to like be a miracle saver and they weren't going to be making out downstairs. They were going to be like, "No, we're here. We took care of her. It's okay."
That's
But
exactly what I thought too.
they
Because I was
literally
like,
say things couldn't get any worse, and then they do because Wesley stumbles to the door with his pants falling down, his
they're like
girlfriend's lipstick
putting
all over.
their clothes back
Yes.
on.
I love it when later or at some point he says, "We caught you guys in the act," and his girlfriend's like, "Well, we weren't doing it like right then."
Right.
We,
Yes.
but yeah, what a disaster to walk in
Also,
on.
Finch is there for some reason. She has to drive Finch, and the whole time she's arguing with her husband, and Finch is like, "You have to take me home or something." And he's like, "Well, you don't. I mean, if you don't want to take me home, you can call me a cab or something like
Yeah,
that."
yeah.
She's arguing with her husband, and at one point he goes, "If you give me $10, I'll punch that guy right in his face." And then
But
he
then
punches
he
him for
says
free.
something because he says something rude to her. What does he say to her?
I don't remember
He
what he
says
says to
something to
her.
her because they're fighting and it's a mess, and she's like, "You don't understand." Da, da, da. Of course, he
Right.
is just angry, and yeah, Finch punches
Finch
him, and
punches him out. Smash cut to now we're in court. Like
yeah.
now it's this serious.
And
And
I love it. She's leaning over to her lawyer and she's like, "Shouldn't we be whispering to each other?
yes,
Shouldn't we?"
her husband and his lawyer seem to have a game plan. And
Yeah.
M. Emmett Walsh, again, worst lawyer in Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
does not seem to have prepared Goldie Hawn for the fact that she is expected to make a speech. What is this? I've never been in court. I've never been divorced or anything. Is this how court works? Because the judge literally listens to her husband's lawyer and then goes, before I render judgment, Goldie Hawn, do you have anything to say for yourself? And she does not really know what to say.
Yeah.
She's fine. Emmett Walsh decides to surprise witnesses,
Mm-hmm.
call surprise character witnesses, which is the entire
The whole
team
team comes in suits. They're all
in
dressed up for
suits.
court. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it starts fine, but goes very badly
Well,
very
because they're a bunch
quickly.
of foul-mouthed fellas, is what's
Right.
happened, and they can't hold their tongues.
Yeah. I
And yeah,
think Wesley Snipes offers to have sex with the judge if she
Yeah.
lets this go. And I love how he's like, I think there's probably like a back room here or something.
Oh,
We
we
can
could
just
just
go
hang out
back
there
there.
or something.
Yes.
She's like, "What are you even talking
Yeah.
about?"
Let's, and then it's almost like the husband's lawyer suddenly does something that the husband was not aware of what was happening because he stands up and he's like, in light of all this, I think my client should get full custody.
Yeah.
And I don't think Goldie Hawn should ever see his kids again.
And
And
the
even
kids
her
can't ever
husband,
go to the games or anything.
yes,
Even the husband's
even
like,
the
"I don't
husband's like, wait,
know."
what's happening right now? I have
Hmm.
no idea. This lawyer's so excited about this.
Hmm. Well, the lawyer later, it's the girlfriend's friend, or because she's like, "You did such a great
Yeah,
job." Yeah.
I found that very, because that happens right after the
Hmm.
judge is like, yeah, I think the husband's the good guy here. And his lawyer gets up and goes back and I don't know, possibly starts
No,
making out with his
it's not that
girlfriend.
the judge necessarily sides with that lawyer. They say, because the lawyer's like
Oh,
makes the arrangement, and they're like, "Well, what do
right.
you think about this?" And um, she just accepts her
Yeah.
fate. She's
Goldie
like,
Hawn just
"Yeah,
gives
all
up the
right,
job.
yeah."
Yes.
And
Yeah.
the judge even says, "Are you sure this is what you want?"
Yeah.
And the whole team is still there. So boy, are they disappointed and heartbroken to
Right.
know that she would, yeah, she would give it all up just because she keeps saying,
Yeah.
"I can't lose my family. I can't lose my girls."
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah. The judge talks to her. And immediately I'm watching this movie going, hey, Judge, maybe you shouldn't have made it seem like you're about to take her children away from her. Like if you're asking her if she's okay with this, you really made it seem like she was totally screwed. Like maybe don't present that kind of attitude and she wouldn't be so quick to leave this job.
I think she was already. This is the
And then,
whole throughout the whole movie. She's been wishy
yeah,
washy with it, and it's always been because it's her kids or they're her priority.
I
So I
know.
don't
I'm
think it
sorry.
mattered what the judge
I
says.
got some problems with this judge because then the judge is like, by the way, good luck this weekend with the
Yeah,
game.
exactly.
What? Come on. Come on.
Because I think the
Yeah.
judge knew that there was. Yeah.
Let's keep
Anyway.
this professional, Judge. All right. Anyway,
Well,
so
apparently she is well known coaching, like what the guy said earlier, like the whole
she's not a laughing stock.
Chicago. No,
She's
people are
now
looking
the
forward to her, right?
toast of the town
Close to
because
the
now it's
town.
championship game day. Saturday? Is that when
And
they
it's
play
against
football?
her.
High school football games? I don't even know when.
Sure.
Okay. It's against her arch rival,
Yep.
the villain of the piece.
Mm-hmm.
He's there coaching his team, and a lot of stuff is happening. A lot of football stuff is happening. Again, like I said, it looks bad for them. They're constantly getting tackled. The other team scoring touchdowns. It's halftime. They're only down 14-0. It's only 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be an insurmountable lead. It wasn't. And I do like how she goes into the locker room. Her team's down on themselves, and Woody Harrelson says, but they're a bunch of champions and we're just a bunch of dildos.
Mm.
It's like, great, wonderful. But they've basically lost faith in themselves because
Yeah.
they've lost faith in their coach who
Yeah.
gave up on them.
Them. Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. Yeah.
And she says, oh, yeah, watch this. And she leads the team into the stands where she berates her ex husband.
Mm-hmm.
And even people around him are yelling at him, which I found very funny. And then she actually does, like, she then gets down on his level and she talks to him very nicely. And he's like, I think we could probably work this out.
Yeah. 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 And then he has a great time at the rest of the game the whole time. He's like, "This is a
It's so
great
much
game."
fun.
Every
Yes.
time there's a, he's like, "This is such a great game. Such a
Yeah.
good game."
Yeah. I love how
And
Jan Hooks is like, you don't have to, pretend to cheer so loudly. He's like,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
this is so much fun. Yeah. So her team is playing really great in the second half.
Yes.
Back and forth near the end, back and forth, tied ahead, whatever.
What is it that Finch does or puts down his pants or what's
So
happening with all that?
Finch, the large guy, the other guy must be out of concussion protocol, so he can play. So Finch isn't even playing. He's just every now and then we cut to him on the sidelines and he's eating different things. I
Mm-hmm.
guess that's a
Mm-hmm.
joke in this movie. He walks to the opposing team's sideline and he's like, hey, if you pay me, I'll play for your team. And the coach is like, what? No, get out of here. Like, I kind of thought he was going to do that, like play for the other team and then throw the game.
Mm-hmm.
He's so insulted by this that he then tells Goldie Hawn, put me in, put me in. I'll pay you to put me in.
Yeah.
He has $15 he's going to pay Goldie Hawn. And he finally gets put in the game. Why does he get put in the game? Is it just because she has an idea? Because
Yeah.
the opposing team is about to line up for the game-winning field goal. And she's
Hmm.
like, do I have a gigantic player who could possibly block a kick? And it's him. And she's like, get in there. And he
Hmm.
does.
Hmm.
He appears to be floating. He looks like a superhero. He's just flying up into the air and he blocks the kick. And then I think it's recovered by Bubba Gump and he returns the kick for the touchdown. Her team wins.
Hmm. And it's
Huge
wonderful.
celebration.
Yeah.
Wonderful. The opposing team's coach is so mad because he thinks that Goldie Hawn paid Finch to play. And that's
Ah,
when he's
okay.
like, oh, but he's got the money on him. And he's telling his players to check this guy's jock strap for money.
Yes. Yes.
One of my favorite lines is when he tells the one player, he's like, you get in there and you grab that guy's pants and you find the money. He's like, coach, I'm not doing that. And he goes, you reach your hand down his pants or you're not playing next year. And the guy goes, I'm a senior. I don't
Oh,
care.
yeah.
Yeah. And then Finch eventually picks up the coach until he
It's pretty
shakes
funny the way he
Goldie's
kind
knees.
of picks him up and just like wiggles him.
Yep.
And then the coach is so frustrated he has some falls into the mud. That's pretty
Mm-hmm.
fun.
Yeah.
Um, but Goldie's happy. She's the winner. Her family's happy.
Oh, freeze frame on Goldie.
And then I missed the big rap ending. I'm so sad. I'm gonna go back and watch it.
You got to watch it. And it's a
I will.
total send up of anybody out there who watched football in the mid 80s. In 1985, which would have been the year before this or a few months before this movie, the Chicago Bears won the Super Bowl.
Hmm.
And then they made a song. They made a song. It was called
About being a Chicago Bear.
the Super Bowl Shuffle. And it was
Oh.
like played on MTV and it was all the players rapping. So it's a total like send up of that. But
Hmm.
it's so funny to watch because Goldie Hawn is literally rapping.
I
And
want to see this.
yeah, it's great. You should watch it.
I will.
Everyone should. If you don't watch the movie, watch the closing
But you
credits.
know what?
I
I
would
have to
recommend
say,
watching the movie.
yeah, I like this movie.
Hmm.
It was fun. It was feel good.
Yeah.
Everyone did a great job. It wasn't uber annoyingly long. It's Goldie Hawn doing a great job in it. Everyone was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree. I agree. I think this was I really soured on
The
Private
Private
Benjamin. Like
Benjamin.
that
Yeah,
really bothered me. Like to the point where I was so confused. I was like, "Oh no, is Goldie Hawn's popularity a myth? Like
yeah.
is
What
something
is this
wrong
really all
here?"
about? But now you
Yes.
get it. Yeah, you
I
get it.
totally get
Yeah,
it. This is a movie that somehow had always escaped me. I've seen the poster. I've seen the
yeah,
VHS
yeah.
box a
Same.
thousand times. Have never seen it. I'm glad I watched it. Yeah, it's a real like just you don't want to think for an hour 45, but you want to have a good time. Check it out. I would
Yeah,
recommend this movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Oh boy, do you have a recommendation?
I mean, it's
These
got Ted
sports movies
Lasso
that you love?
vibes all over
Okay.
it. Really,
Hmm.
you don't I
Hmm.
think you haven't still indulged in the Ted
I've
Lasso,
never
right?
seen a lasso.
It's a great show.
Never.
It is a
Okay.
great feel good kind of show, and it's a team, and the team is not good, and Lasso comes in and makes them better and helps them out, or no, the team, yeah. Anyway,
I mean, it's a
it's
real formula for all sports movies,
yeah,
basically, or
yeah,
TV shows.
but it's
Yeah.
great. It's you should it'll make you feel better. That's what
I
Ted
mean,
Lasso does,
I
makes you
feel
feel better.
okay, but you know what? I could always feel better,
Yeah,
right? I
exactly.
could always feel better. Even if I'm feeling good, you can always feel better.
Exactly. And Ted
So
Lasso will take you
maybe I
there.
have to check it out. But I guarantee you that Ted Lasso is an Apple TV show.
It is.
Okay. I don't have that. That's like
I know.
I don't have everything, but that's like the one glaring thing that I do not have. So every time somebody talks about things like Severance or
Oh
whatever,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, that must be an Apple thing because I hear about
Because
these
you
all the
don't know it.
time. I've never seen a moment
So
of this
what
stuff.
will you recommend from one of the something that you are able to watch, not Apple TV? One of the streamings
Okay.
that you're able to stream from.
I'm gonna recommend probably the most recent movie I've ever recommended on the podcast because on my birthday, my brother-in-law took me to go see The Toxic Avenger.
Oh, happy
Mhm.
birthday. That was nice of him.
Yeah, yeah. It was a movie that was made back in 2023 and then it was shelved for 2 years for
Wow.
some reason. I'm still not entirely sure
They had to let
why.
that cook.
I guess so. It stars Peter Dinklage, Kevin
Oh,
Bacon,
oh,
and who's that big-eyed weirdo from the Lord of the Rings? Oh, Elijah Wood.
oh. He does have
It's
big
a
eyes.
there's a film company called Troma Studios.
Hmm.
And in the 80s and 90s and even now, they make trash, just like total garbage movies, no budget. And if people are into that, they're really into that. It's too weird for me. It's kind of too badly directed and badly acted and kind of gross sometimes for me. Um, but they made a movie called The Toxic Avenger. I believe it was in the early 90s,
Mm-hmm.
and it was remade with a higher budget,
Ah,
but it's still kind of gross and the humor's still kind of like lowbrow nonsense, but it's super fun. It's a
okay.
really funny movie.
Okay.
So
And with the cast like that,
I would recommend it. It's
with a
it's really
bug-eyed
good.
hobbit. I love
Yeah.
it.
Uh-huh. With a bug-eyed hobbit. Oh, so
Toxic Avenger. All right. Well, good. And it was in the theaters that you saw it, in
it
the
was.
theaters.
Yeah. I don't go to
Great.
movies in the
No,
theaters.
that's pretty
It's always a big
great.
deal.
I
Yeah.
love that. Was it a theater experience for you? Because theaters are an
Well, when you
experience
say a
these.
theater experience, I just no, nobody was there. It was the two of us and two other people.
What's that wild? Isn't that wild? Do movie theaters get crowded anymore?
I don't know. Like it was a holiday, it was Labor Day, but I would think that maybe that would
Like
mean
there were
more people would show
lines.
up.
There were lines for movies.
I
It
can't
was
even believe
such a
theaters are
different.
still around. Like I
I
can't
know.
I
I went and they're super nice now. I mean, I sound like such a
oh
like I
no, they're
had been.
crazy. These
Yeah, they're
seats are
super. I
insane.
mean, reclined seats, and I went to see that How to Talk to Your Dragon or whatever it's called.
Sure, I'm talking to dragons. Go ahead. Yeah, I know that movie
I
really
went
well.
with my niece and nephew, and first of all, the seats themselves blew me away. The spaciousness blew me away. I
Mhm.
got Indian flavored popcorn, which I was like, "Where the hell am I?" Like
What?
this movie.
Jimmy, I believe it's called Native American flavored popcorn.
No, it was like chop
Okay,
or
all right,
whatever.
okay. Indian flavored.
Yeah, it was like tiki masala on my
Oh
popcorn.
man.
It was yummy. But anyway,
Oh,
it was a
sounds
whole
good.
different experience than what I'd ever been used to. But there was also eight of us in the whole theater.
Yes, it's crazy.
Yeah.
There's a second run or smaller theater near us. That one does well because it's
Mm,
cheap as anything.
mm-hmm.
It's like $3 to
Well,
go
that's
in.
what the kids today have to do, right? Like again, I reference you. You've got young little girl.
Yeah.
Well, they're not little, but these girls do they go to the movies with their friends?
No, not really.
Gosh,
It's
like
not a
that would be
it's not
such a
really.
thing, right?
Yeah.
That's what you did.
Yeah. Uh-huh. They still
Mm.
like it's really weird. Like there's not theater birthday. There's still
Oh
ice cream
yeah,
parties.
yeah,
There's still a lot of other stuff that we did as kids. They still do bowling parties. They'll
yeah.
still do roller skating parties. Movie
No
theater?
movie
No.
theater parties.
No, not at all.
They could
It's so
probably
weird.
get the whole
I don't
theater
get it.
rented out. I
I
don't
don't
know. What
I
a
don't get
shift.
it.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. Well, there
I
you
don't
go.
remember
We're
why we
old.
were talking
Yeah.
about that. So anyway, um, okay, let's talk about our next movie because this kind of blew me away.
Hmm?
Um, it is Olivia Newton-John's birthday. Our next
Okay.
episode will
Let's
come out
get
on her
physical.
birthday. Let's get physical. And Olivia Newton-John, for as much as she was a staple of the 80s, it was mainly music videos, Jamie. We didn't do a whole lot of Newton-John movies. I think we
What did
did
Xanadu?
Xanadu,
Yeah.
and there's this, and I think that's it. I think
Oh,
we're
wow.
done. This is a movie called Two of a Kind from
Hmm.
1983, pairing her back up with John Travolta.
Oh, boy.
So I've seen this. Jamie, if you look it up, I'm sure you've seen the poster. It's just the two of them, like looking very cute on the front of it.
Hmm.
Didn't know what this movie was, and I will read you the description of this movie.
I'm excited.
A struggling inventor, John Travolta,
Oh, okay.
tries to rob a bank teller, Olivia Newton-John. but they must learn to show compassion for one another in order to delay God's judgment on earth.
What's happening?
I have no
What kind of
idea.
turns does this movie
This
take?
this sounds like something made for our podcast.
Yeah.
And it's from the director of the Sly Stallone movie Cobra. So I
Wow.
have no clue what's happening.
We're in for some surprises. I'm
Yes.
excited.
It should
Wonderful.
be fun. I
All
can't
right.
wait. Everybody, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much. If you're watching us on YouTube, that's
Yes.
pretty cool. I've heard from a
Yes.
lot of people that used to listen only and now they're watching us.
Well, look at that.
They make mean comments about our appearance. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
They don't. That would be horrible. But anyway, thank you. If you have not given us a rating or review or commented on our podcast, please do so. We
Do it.
appreciate that.
We would like it.
And we will talk to you again in 2 weeks. Until then, everybody, have a great 2 weeks.
Bye-bye, pussies.
I think that should be the way you end every episode.
Yes. Yes, that was better.
Oh, man.
That was weird. I didn't know there was a little volume thing on the headphones, and I was
You've
like, "You
never
sound so
had
far
to
away."
use it before.
Mm,
Barrett's just playing pranks on you.
I think
He
so.
walks
No,
around
well,
and he
okay, I'm
flips
not
the
gonna.
little switch and he's
He's
like,
like,
oh,
she won't
Jamie
be
will
able to hear
never
anything.
know.
No, I right before I was setting myself up comfortably, and literally my whole mic dropped. And so I don't know if maybe when I dropped it,
And not just because you said something cool and then you just dropped
exactly.
it. You're like, okay, that's it. I'm done.
I
And then
wish
you were
I was like
oh,
recording Wildcats, mic drop. Look at me, I'm in my cave. I don't even have my candles lit today. That's
you
okay.
don't
It's
have your
cavey.
candles lit, but why are you illuminated? Is there a
Um,
lamp that wasn't on before?
no, it's the glow of my computer.
Oh, is that what it is? That's
I
the way
think
to do
so.
it. That's the way
No,
to, yeah.
that's how we
That's
that's
the
how
way
we
to light
glow.
yourself up. Like with mine, I don't know if it's making any difference. Is it making any difference if I turn the
No, but you're
up and down?
bright. You're
Okay.
bright. Yeah.
So
And you have probably the good camera. I have to hook up my
I
good
live in the
camera.
sunshine, and by sunshine it's nighttime. I just turn on
Oh,
lights.
you just turn on your lights.
Hmm
I don't
hmm
believe in
hmm
lights. Um,
Listen,
not in these parts. They're
yeah,
overrated.
right. Who needs light?
Mm-mm.
Speaking of not believing in stuff,
Mm.
I was,
I believe in the Wildcats. You don't?
I was thinking the other day, and these are the kind of tangents and non sequiturs that people stick around to the end of the podcast to
They
listen to.
want to hear it. Yeah, that's part of why they're here.
I feel like sometimes I'm a little bit mean to you regarding your witchy behavior
Oh.
and fairy tendencies, but I've been thinking about something recently, and it was when you one
I'm
time,
interested to see where this is going.
I don't know if we were supposed to record or what, and you were like, I can't. I'm doing some moon shit that night. And that's really stuck with me. And I'm not kidding. I think I could get into some moon shit. Like
Are
I
you
think I could.
wanting? You want
Yeah,
to do some
I
moon
think
shit?
I think I'd be totally into it.
I
Like
think you would be too. I
I
have to
think
be
it's
honest.
kind of right up my alley. I don't need I feel like I don't need a deity in my life, but the moon's a good one. Like I feel like if I'm gonna
Sure.
pick, I might go for that.
There's a
And
lot of good energy and a lot of good
yeah,
messages to be interpreted. Now, wait, I just want to know.
go ahead. And if
So,
you're gonna
because
ask
I'm
me why
sure,
this is
well, yeah,
there's no, but go
well,
ahead.
but I'm sure you have some
Mhm.
kind of vision of what the moon shit is. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're just like, it just sound, what are you envisioning is
I'm
happening?
okay. First of all, you're outside, of course.
Hmm.
Um, there's probably stuff on the ground, whether it's a blanket or like I don't want to say like a yoga mat, something like
Yeah.
that.
Hmm.
And then probably like various rocks or other sorts of like
Fire. Sometimes there's fire.
I was hoping
I
for
knew
fire.
you'd be into
I
that.
wasn't gonna
Yeah.
jump right to fire, but I was like rocks or some sort of talismans or something like that.
Yes, yes,
Um,
yeah, yeah. They're
now
called crystals, but yeah.
I don't really know what goes on as far as like verbal things, but that's what I'm here to learn.
Yeah.
Like,
Is this our new podcast?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And
Is this
it's funny because you're also not really on the socials that I am, but I've gotten people after one time you were like, I think I should just go on and like do some sort of fairy podcast. I got people that were like, that would be great. I'd listen to that. So,
Oh, yes.
yes.
See, so maybe it's me and Doug and the Moon.
I
Maybe
don't know
that's our
why.
next
I don't know why I was,
podcast.
and I have no idea what prompted it, why I was thinking about it, and why it stuck with me. This was a while ago. This was a few months ago. You mentioned this, and it hasn't gone away.
You were like, I want to know more about it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I want to cancel things so that I could do moon
Yeah.
shit. I want to say sorry, not available, doing my moon shit that
Yeah.
night.
I
I
kind
think
of
you'd
want to
like
do
it. I
that.
think
Okay.
oh, by the way, happy belated birthday.
Oh,
I'll
thanks.
say it. And I know
Well,
it's,
it's fine.
well, it's just a few days
We
now
already had a birthday
from,
celebration. It
well,
was called
sure, but,
Daphne Zanika and her evil
oh,
twin.
and it was a celebration for you. You did enjoy it. It was a blasty from your pasty,
Yeah,
so it
it
was.
was.
But you're a Virgo, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's your sign.
Yeah.
Um, well, we'll get into that.
Didn't have sex till I was 37.
Oh,
Wait,
because
that's what
you're
that means, right? I have no idea why my kids are as old as they are. I'm
well,
like,
this moon
Carla,
shit's gonna
I saw the mailman leaving the house again. He does house calls, right?
the mail.
He's the father of my children.
I get it.
All
I
right.
get
Okay, good. The way you asked that question, I was like, I don't know if she got the joke. I feel like I have to explain this one.
No, I wanted it to be more. I think that Carla would be much more selective than just the mailman. And do you have a mailman
Have you
anymore?
seen our mailman,
Oh,
Jamie?
maybe he's a stud.
Mm,
Is he?
mm.
Wait a minute. So are you making moves on the mailman? What's happening? You're like, listen, mailman, have you heard of Menage a
He's
Trois?
me, you, and that stack of return to sender letters.
This is our podcast,
Oh,
friends.
I'm
Yeah.
like sweating. I should not be sweating before we've
No,
done
you're.
anything.
That's because of all the harsh lighting that you're under.
I think it might
Yeah, you
be.
should dim your
I'm trying.
lighting. I'm not sweating at all. I'm actually cold.
Okay. Anyway, we'll do some moon shit and that'll be awesome.
I'm excited
Yeah,
about
we'll
it. And
set it
then,
up. We'll set it like
yeah,
the fall. That's
it's
I don't want to
beautiful.
say that's spooky
Harvest moon. It's
because
the
I know
harvest
this
moon.
isn't about being afraid, but I don't
Don't be
know. I
afraid of
feel
the
like
moon. There's a full moon coming up on just this Friday, the blood moon. Be excited.
I
I'll
think
send you some moon shit.
it's Monday.
It's the 7th, I thought.
I don't know. Wait, is the seventh Friday?
Bro, we picked out my moon facts.
Tuesday's the ninth. So Sunday. So let's split the difference. It's Sunday.
Who can look at a calendar?
You
Not
told me you
me.
couldn't look at a calendar. You literally texted me. It was like, "Oh, it was your birthday yesterday." I don't know how
I
calendars work.
did.
All right. Well,
Look,
that's
because I was thinking, listen, right now I'm in days of the week. I'm not thinking date of the month. So I was like, oh, it's Monday. We have Monday off. And then Tuesday came along and I was like, oh, I think I told you it's August 32nd. Here we go. And then I
Yep.
was like, oh, wait a minute. Nope. We've had some dates happen along
Well,
with the days. I don't
every
always,
now and
sometimes
then
I pay attention to the date more. Like I know September 7th is the full moon, but sometimes I know the day more.
you wait a minute.
Are you
Hold on.
checking my full moon?
Yeah, I have to check because if we're doing moon shit, like
You got to know when we're doing
the
it. Well,
seventh is
honestly,
Sunday,
well, and
the fifth is Friday.
the 3 days before it's the 7th, that is the full moon. By the way, I just
No,
checked.
I
I have an
just
app.
said that. I'm
Okay,
so confused.
this is what the moon shit
I
does
mean,
to
like
you.
there's like either a horrible delay on here or you still can't hear me. And you're trying to read lips and you're like, uh-huh. Yep. Mm-hmm.
No, it's the 7th, and yeah, we'll make
3 days leading up, what happens?
3 days before and 3 days after. There's still potent moon energy out there from the full
Oh,
moon's energy.
okay.
But you know what? Every phase of the moon um, has its own energy that it brings.
Even when there's a new moon? Is that
New
no
moons are
moon?
very potent. Sure,
And you
sure.
can't see it.
Absolutely.
Oh, I would have
Yeah.
thought it would be the opposite. Just what I know.
Boy, do you have a lot to learn.
I have so much to learn.
It's not the Cherry Moon either. This is no black and white Prince 80s
This is
movie,
great.
just so
I
you
wish
know.
I'm so I can only
Did I turn
expect.
my gain up? Fucked up. No, you can hear
Oh
me
my God. Are you still messing around with your game? I have
okay. I don't know. But you can hear me okay, right?
mine's oh yeah, yeah, you sound
Okay.
fine.
So
Yes.
then that's good.
Yeah.
Um,
I want to know how many listeners, if you're playing Good Times, Great Movies Bingo, how many of you had moon talk on the Wildcats
I
episode?
know, I don't know how we're leading back into this. Well, you know what? She's a woman of the moon, that Goldie Hawn, you know?
Well, I think you can say that about anyone and it means nothing. What does that mean? She's a woman of the moon.
Because she's guided by the powers of the feminine energy, which is what,
She's
in this
guided by
movie.
the powers of football.
No, well, yes, but listen, let's talk about this movie because
I think okay.
yeah, let's just talk about it.
If this gets into some sort of moon talk, I will be shocked
I'll try to weave it in. We'll do the best we can.
and excited about it. All right.
All right.
I believe I
I
open.
oh yeah,
Oh, you just pointed to yourself.
I did. That's okay though. I was gonna say I think you should open. That's why I was pointing to me. Go ahead, go for it.
You no, you opened the invitation because you did not introduce yourself because you said, I don't know if I'm Jamie or Jamie's twin. So
That's
I
right.
do
Okay.
open this, yes.
Okay. All right.
All right,
Here
here we
goes.
go.
All right.